Lately, I've been losing my mind. Greetings, Cancer, all placement. Certain things are hard to find. So some of you guys can be, just misplacing little things here or there. I always do the phone keys wallet before I leave the house. Even when I get back to the house, I'm always like, all right, this has its designated spot. So some of my Cancers might be easy for you to just like designate where certain things go. Some of my Cancers, you may need to kind of reorganize or clean up. I'm hearing clean up, everybody do your chores. It's a song we used to sing in elementary school. So yeah, there's something here that needs some cleaning up, Cancer. This can also be, some of my Cancers can actually be either moving home or just moved home, or something about going home, something about home. I'm also hearing home on the range, maybe Range Rover for some, or even Ranger, is that the truck? Someone here could be getting a truck or something with a truck. So that song though is Attention by Justin Bieber. So some of my Cancers, and by the way, I just got this song for Capricorn, which is the Rahu K2 is Capricorn Cancer. It's like the head and the tail. So you definitely can be dealing with a Capricorn, someone with strong Capricorn placements, or there's something with your transitions and something with your chart where it would probably be very helpful for you, Cancer, to watch Capricorn's readings. And this is also something, Cancer, where it's like when the Capricorn was wanting attention, needing attention, it's like you were busy and you were tending things in your home. And it's like maybe now the other person is like tending to things in their home, and it's like now you need attention. So there's also something here where it's like when one person needs this or when one person wants that, the other person is like busy. And then when the other person is like, okay, I took care of my side of the road, I'm ready now, then the other person is like, whoa, hold up, now I have all these things that I need to tend to. And it's just like, it seems like things are like kind of just a slight miss, which I do know is heavily correlated to the astrology right now. I'm not an astrologer. I do believe in free will, not fate. That said, I will say all of my client readings lately and what's been going on in the astrology definitely makes sense. There are some things going on that are making a lot of things seem very confusing. You can think one day they're blocked forever, everything is dead, done, over with, and then the next day it's like things are healed and healthy and amazing and ta-da, and then the next day doom doom doom, and then the next day da da da, and the next day dun dun dun, and the next day da da. So yeah, just be prepared for the roller coaster of life. It is literally just how the astrology is right now. So some of my Cancers, just knowing that alone will kind of give you a little woosah moment to kind of just ride out these waves, learning how to surf, right? It's kind of one of those things where it's like, what good is it to know how to meditate if you can't use that during the most stressful times? It's like you don't need that tool when you are like, peaceful in bed or peaceful in on your yoga mat in a room with relaxing music and other people doing the same thing. It's like when you're in traffic with all the everything going on, you're 30 minutes late to your appointment, or your kid's going to be late to school, whatever it is, that is when you need those tools. So for some of my Cancers, you or someone you're around, or both, are really being, I'm hearing push to the limit. Something here is definitely right at its limit. For some of my Cancers, be cautious about your spending limit. Definitely watch up on that. Some of my Cancers could definitely, retail therapy, so be careful, cautious about that. Also, just altering the state of mind, because in that song, he's like, I'm just all over the place. Should I drink? Should I smoke? Should I do this? Should I do that? I need some freedom. No, I just need some attention. A little trust and affection would be nice. So it is giving, Cancer, someone realizing that just how much they are codependent on attention or energy from others, whether it's just word of affirmation or even just acknowledgments. Someone can be realizing that they do put some degree of their self-worth in acknowledgement of others or getting enough words of affirmation, as stated. Now, this can also just teach someone how to communicate better and be like, hey, I'm experiencing a lot of this right now, and it would be really supportive if you could help out in a little bit in this way or something. I don't know, there's something here about communication, just asking. Then I was also getting, in that song he also says, I can't deny it, my mind has been lonely. So I'm also hearing, best friend, that's my best friend. I don't know, so something about best friends. The song I Want to Know by Joe. Every time you come around, I get weak. It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. So someone here, is feeling things that they've never really felt before. Someone can literally have a physiological response. I get weak in the knees. I can hardly speak. I lose. I don't know, something's come over deep in the dark. So, yeah, it's like something is just coming over someone. Someone is just enamored, feeling deep love for the first time. for a new level of depth. He says, you know, the last guy never understood what you were worth. He also never took the time to make it work. Baby, I'm the kind of man who shows concern. So for some of my Cancers, you could be a more emotional man or a more emotionally aware man, and you're dealing with someone who's not used to dealing with that. And or you can be, you know, receiving this from someone, or someone wants to show up in this way. So, you know, any way that I can please you, let me learn. So some of my Cancers, communication is big here. You know, I remember when I was younger, I used to be like, he's not just figuring me out, like that's annoying, okay, bye. Whereas, you know, it's like now I'm more mature and it's like, okay, like you have to know, you have to learn yourself and learn what you like, how you like to be courted, you know, what is your love language, and you need to be mature enough to express these things and not just hope that the other person can like read your mind or figure it out by your passive aggressive cues. So that's a message for somebody. Somebody definitely needs to stop the passive aggressive cues, or stop, you know, wishing, especially with the attention song. It's like someone can be like, I need attention, but they're like not asking for it, but they're acting out in certain ways that show that that's clearly what they need. So someone here just needs to communicate better. There is a lot of love here though. I mean, this is definitely giving I Want to Know by Joe, Two of Cups, and the Sacred Union energy. Yeah, for some of my Cancers, I'm definitely reading for someone who's either in like a serious relationship or married or on the road to that. Justice with the Four of Swords and the Star, there is definitely a lot of healing happening in a relationship, in a home, Cancer. With the Magician energy, it's also giving that someone has done or chosen the right things. You know, with the Magician, it's all four aces on the table, but you can use that energy for good, or you can overindulge in it and then, you know, it turns out kind of backwards. So during these times when the astrology is particularly trying, every little decision we make is really big. It has the potentiality to make the wheel turn in your favor, or it has the potentiality to send it to doom and gloom. At the same time, once it goes to doom and gloom, if you can course correct and can, you know, really own up to your side of things, then you can manifest it back in the positive. So it is a very volatile time, but there is definitely potential here for a job. This is like someone, you know, hating their workplace, feeling like things just aren't going to work out, when actuality, they would be perfect for a promotion. And if they expressed something and said something in a certain mature way, rather than being passive aggressive about it, they might actually get a promotion out of nowhere. You know, this is, again, the same thing in a relationship. It's like, what are we doing? It's like, well, if you don't ask that, and if you don't say, like, what do you want? It's like, don't ask I don't know. There's something where it's like, if you speak up, speak is what I was hearing. Speak. Someone can be teaching their dog or their animal how to speak. Someone here can definitely use that command with their animal, or you can be dealing with someone who does. But it's like, I'm hearing commanding a room. So someone can definitely command a room. Is there a card that's a commander? Because I'm hearing commander. Someone can also feel like someone is just being a commander. Someone could get promoted to being a commander. Salamanders are protective. They're also very strong with the Queen of Wands. You can be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, or have that in your chart. Someone here definitely can be an athlete, dealing with an Aries, since this is here twice. At the same time, that is the divine masculine energy with the Seven of Pentacles. So someone can also be watching someone grow up and become this energy. So again, dealing with maturity, maturing from being codependent to interdependent, maturing from, I like them so much, but I hope they read my mind, that I was kind of disappointed with this, or that this is annoying, or that I need some attention, to, you know what, hey, I've been feeling like, I know this might sound really silly, and I know it's a little needy of me, and I know there's a lot going on, but it would mean a lot to me if I could just have like 5 or 10 minutes of some attention in this way. You know, this is my love language. That would mean a lot to me. You know, is there anything that I could do for you or show up for you to kind of like help things? You know, there's something like that, Cancer, where it's like just something small like that. Again, justice again will bring balance back to something. So it's like things can be all over the place right now, or something can feel all over the place or really shaky, but it's just a test from spirit. Again, learning how to meditate, knowing how to meditate is most important in stressful situations, right? It's like a healed nervous system isn't a nervous system that never gets triggered and is never exposed to its triggers. It's one that is resilient, one that can bounce back, one that can balance itself and even things out and neutralize those really choppy waters. So for a lot of my Cancers, that's what this time is about. And it seems very favorable. Ace of Pentacles twice, because it was on the table in the Magician. Ace of Wands twice. So definitely a new career, new home, solidifying a relationship, solidifying a step up in job. It looks good, Cancer, but you got to make the right choice. Bless you.